Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Richard. Today we're in the office. It's not particularly tidy, but that shows that I'm busy at work, which is a good thing. Today we're going to talk about the numbers that people give you on other YouTube channels and where they get them from. Yeah. So I want to introduce you to something called the Motorcycle Industry Association. I'm going to leave all the links in the description. Yeah. And what we're going to do is look at the press statistics, and it gives you a breakdown of what's been sold or what's been registered this month in the UK. In the UK. I am assuming that in other countries there are similar websites for the motorcycle industry of those countries. But before we leap in, I'm just going to tell you I've got some Triumph Paige Paige jackets, a few remaining in medium and in large. So if you want one, they are for ladies. If you want one of these, they are £140. This one's currently selling for £180, so it's not a bad bargain. I've got a few left. Do get in touch with me. Either direct message me via the email of richard.bamforth@gmail.com, or just send me a comment in this video, and I'll reach out to you and we can then communicate how we get it posted over to you. £140. That's what they are. They are absolutely top quality and it's a great price. It's the start of the season. You might want one for yourself. You might want one for your lady, all that kind of stuff, or one for your daughter or whatever. But do get in touch with us. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the MCIA website. As I said, I'm going to put the link in the description. And I'm going to go over to industry data on here and then press statistics. Press statistics, okay? And then as we go down, you can see a breakdown by year and the month of each year, and you can go and look at the statistics of that month and the year-to-date information. And that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to turn on my screen and we're going to have a look at some numbers. You might find this interesting on this end of winter March 2025. Okay, so it's not long now before spring and before we start riding in earnest, but some of these numbers are really interesting. Remember, if you want a Triumph Paige jacket, just reach out to me in the comments or send me a direct email and then we can sort something out. I'll give you a ring on the mobile phone. But let's dive in. Come on, let's dive in. Okay, so we're on the homepage of MCIA, and this is giving just a general number of percentiles of registrations over the months, etc. You can see that down here. There's various news items that you can pick up on, but we're moving over here to industry data and press statistics in the drop-down list. This gives us by year and by month all the data of motorcycles, new motorcycles that have been sold and registered, etc, etc. If you're looking at 2025, as this recording is in mid-March of 2025, you can see that the only months completed are January 2025 and February. Going back to 2024, you can see all the months of everything there, and back to 2023. Let's focus on February 2025. I select the link and there comes a PDF which I open. You can see here February 2025 press statistics, new road registration by vehicle type, style, capacity, band, powertrain, make, DTF use and test data. There we are. I have no idea what that means. For the reporting period 1st of Feb through to 28th of February 2025. Let's get into the detail. Let's set the scene on this first section of mopeds. The left-hand part of the screen is about the months of February 2025 and February 2024 as a comparison. The data on the right is year to date. So when we talk year to date, we're looking at January and February of 2025 compared to January and February of 2024. So let's set the scene. So naked mopeds registered were 17 for February 2025 compared to 26 in February 2024, which means a drop of minus 34.6%. If we look on the right hand side, for January and February, the year to date, we can see that nakeds have registered 45, and year to date for 2024 was 61. Therefore, it's a 26.2% reduction in sales or registrations. So that sets the scene. Then we go to the total mopeds. Total mopeds sold for February 227 compared to 258 of the previous year, 2024, which is a drop of 12%. Including January of 2025, it's 458 were registered compared to 615 that were registered in this period for 2024, showing a drop of minus 25.5%. Let's get into the detail. These numbers, sadly, are not in order, so they really should be, the top one should be here, which the top one is scooters, selling 931, and previous 1,500, a drop of minus 39.7%. Wow. However, then we've got naked bikes, 578 registered. Previous, same month last year, 819, a drop of 29.4%. You can see a pattern here. If you look at adventure bikes, 553, with compared to 2024, 834, a drop of 36%. There's a pattern here. Interesting. Modern classics. I love modern classics. This year, this month, the month of February, 385 registered. Previous year, 2024, 502, a drop of 23%. But then if we go back over to the year to date, we can see that again, scooters are winning with 1,790 registered for January and February, the year to date. But compared to last year, 2024, minus 42%. So a massive drop there, massive drop. We then look at nakeds, and those numbers are minus 30%, 30.2%. Go up to adventures, minus 35%. You can see a pattern here. Competition, plus 3.2%. That is interesting. You can see the totals here. Minus 32%, minus 31% to the year to date. This is not looking good. I'm not going to go into the detail of tricycles, but minus 72%, 41%. My goodness. And as a summary for scooters, tricycles and everything, minus 32% and minus 31% for the year to date. Not looking good at all. I can understand it. It's simple economics. People haven't got the money. They're not getting the pay rises. Fuel Gas, electricity, water, fresh air, it's all getting more expensive, and we're not getting pay rises to support the increase in prices. There's not much economic rocket science here. Hope you're finding this interesting. Let's move on. Year to date, powertrain and capacity. Okay, so we can see this section here on the powertrain, but let's have a look at ICE, and you can see that 125s, 51cc to 125s is the leader of sales. 1,423 for the month of February, compared to last year 2,213, minus 35%, but it's still leading throughout the CC range. What's next? 126 to 500cc, that's next. So that includes things like the Royal Enfield Guerrilla and the Triumph Scrambler 400X, of which I have, and the Triumph, oh God, what's the other one called? Oh my goodness, I'm losing it. But the road going version of the Triumph 400cc, the non-scrambler one, you can see minus 30%. This is crazy. These are crazy numbers. Looks at the total, minus 32%. You can see this data here. All you have to do is stop the video or go and visit the website. Electrics, I'm not going to go into electrics because I don't know too much about that. So I'm going to hold my hands up and say, no, I'm not going to deal with that. But you can see even those numbers are down. But relatively, they are better numbers than up here. Yeah. Moving on. February 2025 bestsellers. Naked. Neo NC50. Never heard of that. Other. The Yamazaki and Lex Moto. Moped. So in mopeds, the scooters, the Lex Moto won. 21 sales, 21 registrations in February 2025. When it comes to adventure, when it comes to motorcycles, I can see here scooters are winning. But let's have a look at what is really winning, what we are really interested in. We've got 51 there. 51 is leading, and it's the Honda GB350S. That doesn't surprise me. That's taken the lead for the best-selling models, and it's better. More 350Ss have been sold than the 1300 GS BMW. Not going on to tricycles, but you can see there. Piaggio MP3, 4 have sold, the three-wheelers, 4 have sold for February 2025. Bestsellers, again by CC. Honda PCX 125, 203. Wow. The Honda GB350S, 51, as I stated before. The NC750X, great machine. 38, but BMW GS 50, as I stated before. Electrics, interesting. Best-selling brands, you'll be interested in this. Honda have sold 688, whilst Yamaha then comes second with 453. Triumph 264, leading in fourth position, 239 for BMW. Lex Moto 195, then KTM at 130. KTM is still selling strong for February 2025, even though the issues with KTM as a business have been going on now for a good 3 or 4 months. So this is good news. This is good news. I'm surprised to see that KTM have sold more motorcycles in February than Kawasaki with 115. Royal Enfield, 103 have been registered for February 2025. Sim and Keyway, they're the numbers. Here are all the definitions. You can read through this. What does a modern class say? These machines are either built to a specification similar to an earlier era or styled to look that way. So that includes things like the Triumph Bonneville, the Motor Guzzi V7 Stone, all that good stuff. Yeah? And here's the terms and conditions. Yeah? I thought you might find this interesting. And it says here, permits the publicly available report to be distributed providing that no charge or restrictions are made. I meet that one. To credit MCIA at the source, and I've done that. Not to include the logo, name or address of contact details of a third party and an integral part of it. No, I haven't done that. There we are. Ensure the data is not sponsored. It isn't. So I've met that. Right, there we go. I hope you found that interesting. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found it interesting, enlightening. You've got the link in the description so you can go and have a look for yourself. I might start using this in the future. Now I've got a substantial subscription base. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. It's really, really important. It makes my numbers go up and all that kind of thing. And the money that's paid from YouTube, which isn't much, one day I'll show you about that. It isn't much. It helps for doing silly things like put petrol in the bike when I go for a ride and give you some spiel on some rubbish. Oops, I've got an itchy eye. Sorry about that. Hope you enjoyed it. Ride safe, be kind, and eat healthily. Yeah? I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.